Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the RotarySwing RV. Been a very crazy last few weeks. I've had a lot of amazing feedback from you guys. Some of the comments on YouTube have been hilarious, from calling me the Carl Sagan of golf, which I didn't even really know who Carl Sagan was, but I Googled him, and so thank you for the education there. So many fun comments. So if you guys get bored one night and go read a bunch of crazy comments, there's like 70 or 80 on there already. But anyway, I wanted to answer some questions that I've been asked by students that I've given lessons to, and that you guys have emailed us in over 400 emails with questions and comments and all kinds of stuff. So thank you for that. It's been super eye-opening for us to get some feedback from you guys and see how much you guys love the videos. I had no idea that videoing these lessons would be of interest. I didn't think anybody was going to sit and listen to me yammer for an hour giving a golf lesson, but apparently that you guys have found this super useful, so thank you so much for the feedback. Please keep it coming in, because Christina and I read every single email. And that was one of the first questions I got that I want to start with is, how did you talk your wife into doing this? And what is this exactly? So the RoadShow was really just an idea that came out a couple months ago. I was thinking, I really wish that I could just get my hands on every single golfer who's a member of RotarySwing, because I can fix anything that they've got an issue with in a short period of time, as you guys have seen. But a lot of times what happens is golfers go and do the drills and they don't pay attention to the little details, and they keep doing all these little small mistakes, and they don't improve because they're not paying attention to the important little details. And so, as you saw in some of the videos doing the 9-to-3 drill, doing that right is everything. It's the whole golf swing. So if I can just get my hands on everybody for just 30 minutes, I can fix it, and they can keep improving golf, improving their swing, and enjoy the game again. And so that's what really prompted this. Now, of course, it's impossible for me to see everybody, and I understand that people can't come to me all the time, or our golf academy in Orlando, or come to me in Colorado, or one of our other certified instructors around the world. So I'm like, I'm going to go to them. Now, that, of course, was a very simple concept at first. I was like, oh, just, I'll drive around or fly around and just go randomly help people for free. I've always said that my business strategy is not quite the best. Typically when I give a golf lesson, I tell my student, I don't want to see you again for at least a month. And they look at me kind of funny, and I have students fly over from all over the world who say, look, I want to work with you for 4 hours a day, 5 days in a row. And I understand, because you're making a big trip and commitment to come over here, that you want to maximize that time. But I have to tell them, I'll work with you for 2 hours once, maybe an hour one more day after that, just to check up on what we did the day before to make sure you really got it. And then after that, I don't want to see you again for a month, because that's the only way that you learn. Now, it's not how golf instruction is typically done. They say, hey, I'm going to see you on Tuesday for an hour, and then I'm going to see you again on Thursday, and we're going to keep doing this over and over and over again, and at the end of the day, you're still not going to get any better. I'm going to tell you, you're going to work on these drills for a month, and if you've got them in a month, come back and see me. If you don't, keep doing them, because I'm just going to tell you the same stuff, and I don't like repeating myself, and I certainly don't like wasting your money. So that is my whole business model, which doesn't necessarily do real well from a teaching perspective, but it's the right way, because it's the only way that you learn. It's how people actually get better. So with this, I took my foolish business strategy to a whole nother level. I went from giving a lesson and not saying I want to see you again for a month to, I bought an RV, and I said, I'm going to go around the country to anybody that sends me an email that says, hey Chuck, I really need your help, or the videos, which you're going to see today. Chan, sorry, I'm not sure if I got to pronounce it right, in Shreveport, Louisiana, this video, I'm coming to see you, because this video was so funny and so compelling that I have to come see you. So if you want me to come see you, that's the trick, send out some hilarious video like that. But the big thing is, I spent all this money buying this RV and covering all my living and travel expenses for the next several months, because I want to help people. You shouldn't struggle with golf. This stuff is not hard. I'm teaching you how to hit a ball with a stick. But golf is such an entrenched part of so many of our lives. I mean, I still remember the first set of K28 Kmart irons that I had back in the 80s or something. I still remember the first set of Jack Nicklaus persimmon woods that I have. I still remember looking at all the smiley faces I put on those Balata balls back in the day, and how squirrely they flew. And that is the stuff that I remember about being passionate about golf when I first picked up a golf club as a kid. is that I would go out in a pair of tennis shoes and shorts and a t-shirt at a local club for $4.25, and you could play all day for $4.25. Shoes and shirts were optional. Welcome to Oklahoma. So, but that's the stuff that I remember that was the most fun. That was the most fun I ever had in golf, because golf was simple. It wasn't expensive. It was about going out there and enjoying the sweet feel of puring a shot, making a birdie. I still remember the first birdie I ever made in my life over 30 years ago, and I kept the ball. It was an orange ball with, had to have been from the 70s. It had the craziest dimple pattern I've ever seen. It was a ball I found out of a pond because I couldn't afford to buy balls. But that was the good stuff. It was when you went out and you enjoyed the game and you had fun and you hit the ball well, and then after that, golf just got way more complicated for me. When I went to college, everything got complicated. I was trying to take lessons and nobody was helping me. And then when I turned pro right after college, my golf game really went crazy. I couldn't break 80 2 days in a row after being a 2 handicap on my own in high school. And so that stuff sent me over the edge because I really wanted to make it as a professional golfer. Many of you know my putting struggles. The ball striking I eventually figured out. The putting, still to this day, I'm not a great putter, and I just don't enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't enjoy putting. But I love smacking the snot out of a golf ball. That to me is one of those things that is just pure joy. When you hit a golf ball well, there's no other thing going on in life. It's just you're purely in that moment. And that moment makes everything else go away. It makes all your bills go away and all the struggles that you're dealing with going away. And the last year of my life has been absolutely insane. And some of you have told the story too, plane crashes and all kinds of crazy stuff. So for me to go out and just hit a ball and give a lesson and make somebody see that little light bulb go off in their head puts me in the moment. It makes me happy. It gives me joy. And I know it makes you guys happy because I've read the hundreds of emails you guys have sent. And so I wanted to just kind of give back and say, look, I'm going to go and just drive around the country and put the joy of golf back into people. This is not that hard. If you just follow the system, if you just do these simple 5 steps, you can go back to that joy that you had when you were a kid, where just hitting a golf ball meant everything. It was what we looked forward to every day. And so that's why I'm doing all this stuff. And obviously you guys know I'm a bit of a stickler when I see people being led astray by bad golf instruction or equipment. I mean, do you really think another $500 driver is going to make your slice go away? Do you think it's going to have any impact on your game? Do you really think that logically? Of course not. Nobody does. But we have this sense of hope that if just anything would make my golf game better, if I could stop shooting over 100 or break 90 for the first time or hit my first 300-yard drive or whatever it may be, it's not the driver that's going to do that. The $500 driver they sold you today is no better than the one they sold you 5 years ago. It's the same stuff. The coefficient of restitution was maxed out many, many years ago by all the major OEM manufacturers. So ball speeds are not going to change. It's maxed out. They've been maxed out for a long, long time. So stop wasting your money and buying into this marketing gimmicky stuff that is going to promise you a quick fix, because it doesn't work. None of that stuff works. You've been playing golf a long time. I've been playing golf for 30 years. So in that time, that's one thing I know for certain, is that I can still go out and swing a persimmon driver and hit the ball pretty much just as well. It may not be quite as forgiving and it may not go quite as far, but it's still going to go straight. It's still going to do what I need it to. The equipment is not the problem. It's how we learn to move our bodies that makes the difference. So that was the biggest reason, is this stuff isn't that hard. Let me just go out and make you better, and I'll do it at my own cost. I'll fix you for free. Just send me an email, send me a video, and I'm gonna come help you as best I can. I can't get to everybody, but you see that we're pretty dedicated. I started in Telluride, Colorado, a couple weeks ago, maybe, or something. And then we did a bunch of lessons in the Front Range of Colorado, and then I drove to Kansas, and then Nashville, and South Carolina, and I'm now in Florida. And for you guys, I'm living in a trailer park, the RV resort in Central Florida here for the next week, because I'm doing a ton of lessons in Orlando. And then I'm heading down to Naples and doing a ton of lessons down there. So there'll be a lot more videos. If you guys enjoyed those videos, which I saw that you did, there'll be a lot more lesson videos coming on soon. But somebody asked me a great question and said, are you... I know you're doing this because you hate the state of golf instruction. You want people to get better, but what else? What's the real reason? And I said, that is the real reason. I said, but honestly, I do have one ulterior motive. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a marketing thing, right? I'm like, no, I wasn't even planning on filming any of these, and I'm just putting them up on YouTube for free. So it's obviously not a marketing thing. I said, but when I started Rotary Swing in January of 2004, I knew every single member on the site by their first name. I knew where they lived. I'd probably talked to them on the phone, via email, given them a lesson, done a clinic at their club. I knew every single guy by first name and gal. And so, to me, Rotary Swing back then was kind of it was almost like an insider's club. It's like, all right, I've seen all this BS on the Golf Channel and these golf magazines and all this stuff, and I don't get any better, and this guy conflicts this guy, and he says the exact opposite on the same page in a golf magazine, and it's just like, and last month he said something else, and it's just crazy nonsense BS stuff, and it drives me crazy. I said, but I said, what really made me feel like I had something cool was because I had this little fraternity of people who got it. They knew what I was trying to do with the golf swing. They knew that I was trying to do something that had never been done before, with an objective, analytical look at the golf swing and building a system, a learning system around that would actually make everybody better. No matter what level they were, no matter what they've done in the past, we can make every single golfer better. That's why I'm the only golf instructor in the world that says, first of all, if you're not happy with your golf lesson, don't pay me. I charge a lot of money for a lesson, $500 an hour. It's ridiculous, but my time has value to it. I'm super, super busy. I'm doing everything I can. But at the same point, I tell you, look, if you're not happy with this lesson, don't pay me. I don't want your money. I want you to be happy. And the same thing with the membership on the site. You're paying $20 a month or whatever it is if you sign up for an annual plan. And I guarantee you, if you go through the system the way it's laid out, I guarantee you'll get better. And if you don't, I'll give you all your money back. Nobody's ever asked for the money back. I promise you, you'll get better. But because of all this stuff, the system is really what makes Rotary Swing work and what makes it an amazing thing for golfers, because I wished I had this 20 years ago myself, and I get emails from you guys all the time like, where were you 40 years ago? I'm like, well, I was only 2, so wasn't really going to be real helpful in your golf swing. But we all have this system now that works. It's proven to work, and you guys are seeing this in these lessons. We can take any golfer. It's not me, I'm nobody special giving a golf lesson. I'm literally just doing the stuff that's on the website. So all these 30-minute and hour-long lessons that you guys are watching, it's just me regurgitating the stuff I've already said a million times. So I'm not anything special. It's the system itself that you can learn from any certified Rotary Swing instructor that's going to help you see these huge changes in your golf swing. So anyway, back to my original point. So my ulterior motive is I miss having that fraternity of guys and gals who I know and they're excited about what we're doing. They're like, dude, I totally get it. This is helping me so much. I miss having those relationships. I have guys who've been with me since 2004, the Neil Murphys and Carver Wickmans of the world, who I've given lessons to and I've known for 15 years. These guys have become friends of mine. I know them. I do anything to help them out. And we have tons and tons of guys like that. But it's pretty unique to have a golf instruction website that seems totally distant and ether space, right? You don't really, these days, websites, you wonder like, gosh, is even somebody real behind this? If I call somebody, am I going to talk to anybody? You guys know if you call somebody, you talk to my wife. You talk to Christina. You send an email, you talk to Christina. It's a real deal. It's real people behind this stuff. And you guys are real people. And I want to get out and meet these people again because I've made so many amazing friends. In fact, my best friend in the world, I met 12, 13 years ago through Rotary Swing. He flew from LA to Florida to take a golf lesson with me, and we've been best friends ever since. And so that kind of stuff is the stuff I selfishly miss. I'm so busy now that it's hard for me to get to know everybody. We have so many thousands of members who demand a lot of our time, and my wife answers like 300 emails a day and countless phone calls and stuff. So it keeps us super busy, and I said, you know what, let's just get back to our roots. Like, this was super, super fun for me when I saw people, the light bulb go off in their head, like, oh my gosh, I'm really gonna be able to hit the ball like that. This is awesome. I'm gonna be good again. I'm gonna have fun again. I'm gonna shoot my best score ever again. That is what's cool for me personally. Like, obviously I love helping you guys. I love giving golf lessons, but I miss the interpersonal relationships that I developed over the years. And as we got so big, that stuff just went away. It's just not feasible to know every single person. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to it, and I'm going to sure as heck try to meet as many people as I can. So that's why we're doing this. That's the simple answer of it. I know it's a long story, but you guys asked the question, so there's your answer. So yep, we bought an RV. I'm living in a trailer park. I'm driving around the country on my own dime, giving out free golf lessons because I want to meet you guys. I want to get to know you guys again. I want to have those relationships with all the members that we had, and I want to make you better. And I can make you better. Not me again, it's the system. It's the Rotary Swing system that's going to change your golf swing forever. And we can get back to those times when we were kids and it was just the purity of going out and hitting a ball that was so fun. You know, that's the great stuff about golf. And so that's why we're doing this, and that is why we're going to keep doing it. So this week, I don't know what day it is, it's November 30th, Friday, I think. So I'll send this video out to you guys very soon. But I'm going to be in Orlando for the next week. I'm heading to Naples around the 6th or something. I'll be there for 2 or 3 days giving a ton of lessons. And then we're going to start heading back west. And I'm going to try and snag as many people along the way as we can. I think we've got Shreveport, Louisiana, Shan, I'm coming. Maybe some Texas stuff, Arkansas stuff, Oklahoma stuff. And then we'll head back to Colorado. And then we have a huge West Coast swing. We have dozens of lessons that I'm going to be driving out to California to give out in Arizona as well, all up and down California from San Francisco to LA, and then possibly up to Washington State. So keep sending in those videos. If you want me to come see you, put those videos up on YouTube, send them to us. We'd love to see what you guys have to say. Thank you for all the emails and videos you sent so far, and I look forward to seeing you soon on the Road Show.